you were kids and you wanted your parents to give you something or allow you to do something and you thought, oh, okay, they're going to say yes to me. Let's go send baby brother. Mom and dad always listen to baby brother. He's just, he's got away with them. I think each one of us in our families has that person who can connect best with mom or can connect best with dad. And based on personalities and lives and things, I hate to say, but let's put our pride away. You're not always the one to give the right message. You just may be the one to rub someone incorrectly. I see that all the time. And specifically with my standers, because they always want to give a message to their spouse. And I say, yeah, you're not the right person. They're not going to receive it from you. I thought of this today because there was an article. I have one sister who is completely on the political opposite of me. I'm completely in one direction and she's completely in the other. And this article I thought is so important that it's filled with nothing but logic and ration and statistics. Clearly, she should read this and it may open her eyes. But then I thought, she won't receive it from me. So I sent it to my other sister and said, hey, why don't you send this to so-and-so? She'd probably receive it from you. I think God allows that so that we all as human beings don't act just on rationale. We act on our emotions. We react on so many things. It keeps us humble to realize you're just not always going to be the be all end all. Like so many people that post on here, oh, Christine, your message is great. But then I get some people like, I'm not listening to this blonde chick. Actually, a couple people posted that, right? This blonde chick. Okay, whatever. I'm not your messenger. I'm the messenger for the 1 or 2 or 1,000 that God sent me. But if we talk specifically about standing for your marriage or any other really tough messages, one of the things I like to say to my standers, and I want to say to you, even if you're in a perfectly happy marriage, you may not be the one to deliver the message. Be okay with that. When people say, Christine, if my spouse could just read your book, or if they just saw this article, then they would know that they're living a bad lifestyle and they're adultery. They'd want to run back to God because clearly this explains it. And I'm like, yeah, no. Because if it was rational, people wouldn't have affairs in the first place. So your job is when you know something needs to be delivered, maybe you do like I did with my sister today and say, hey, send this to the other sister. She'll listen to you. Is get on your knees and say, God, I'm not the person my spouse will listen to. Please send him or her a messenger. Please put 1 or 2 or 3 other people in their lives that they will hear the message from. When my daughter and I were estranged, it was the same thing. I knew she wouldn't hear what she had to hear from me because she just felt too hurt from me. So I said, Lord, send her a wise old woman. Send her someone that will speak to her. And one day I will find out if God did that, because right now, apparently it's none of my business. But I do know my daughter and I are reconciled. We've been reconciled for about 6 years. But it humbled me. It helped me to loosen my pride and thinking, well, I had all the answers. Look at all these other people that listen to me. They think I'm right. Yeah, well, there's a whole bunch of people that don't. If Jesus Christ himself walked this earth and spoke nothing but perfected truth with not even a single word wrong, he didn't leave a T uncrossed or an I undotted, spoke accurately with the right inflections, with the right timing. His speech was perfected. And yet, some still didn't listen to him. Some still didn't believe him. There were people who weren't going to listen to him come hell or high water. And sadly, they will only listen sometimes when hell comes. And many when high water comes. So know this and be at peace. You are not always the right messenger, but your prayers work. So pray that God does send the right messenger, because I will tell you, and I've said this again and again and again in my videos, you don't have to see fruit to know that your prayers are working or not. That's why God tells you to act on faith. He's like, I'm not going to show you everything, because then you're not acting on faith. You're acting on, oh, okay, I'm going to judge that based on I saw fruit. Then, okay, God, keep going. I know my prayers work. You think our God is like that? He's like, no. Keep praying. Every single prayer you pray bears fruit. Every single one of them. You just have to trust God. You just have to be at peace knowing that. So pray to God to send the right messengers to the prodigals in your life. And then be at peace, smile, get off your knees, go about your day, thank God, and drop back on your knees every chance you get. All right, that's it. Short one today. I'm Dr. Christine Bacon. Thanks for listening to this Breakfast with Bacon bit. Remember, please, continue to live your life sunny side up.